Hey guys, it's Rachel, and I am starting out my 24 and 48 hour readathon reading vlog. So it is just past midnight, so it is officially hour 1. Well, technically, I guess it's hour 0, right? Yeah, I guess it's hour 0. Whatever. It's just started, and I am going to read for a little while before I go to bed tonight. I think the furthest I've ever gotten in one of these readathons is like 13 hours, so my goal is just to get past that. So let's aim for like 15. Let's aim for 14. Let's aim for 14. I like an even number. All right, 14 hours is the official goal. Obviously, the real goal is to get to 24 hours, the 24 and 48 hour readathon. But, let's just be realistic. If I get to 24, I'm going to be super excited. But realistically, my goal is 14. So I'm going to start off with a little Patrick Rothfuss. So I've already started The Name of the Wind. I am about halfway through this guy. I picked this up this past week because Patrick Rothfuss actually came to Cincinnati. So I got to meet him. I got my book signed. I'm pretty proud of myself for starting this one because I was so intimidated by this book. It is a pretty serious fantasy novel, a lot of world building, and it is so thick. I mean, there's like 600 pages, and all the pages have just so many words on them, and it's just so much. So I'm pretty proud of myself for being halfway through this guy, but I definitely want to get this finished first. So this is task number 1 for this weekend. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this guy right now, and then I will check in a little while with you. So stay tuned. Hey guys, it is now 1 o'clock, so we are officially 1 hour into the readathon, and I am getting pretty tired. So I think I'm going to head to bed. I have officially logged about 45 minutes, so I'm happy with that. So I got some pages read in The Name of the Wind, 45 minutes total to my count. I'm going to go to bed and hopefully get up early-ish tomorrow or later this morning, I guess, and keep on reading. So far so good. Hello. It is about 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. I definitely slept in a little bit later than what I'd hoped, but that's okay. As soon as I got up, though, I started in on The Name of the Wind again, and I am officially at the 400-page mark. Excuse me. I'm officially at the 400-page mark, so I only have about 250 pages left. So my goal for today is to get this behemoth finished. And I have about, I think, an hour and a half reading in, so I'm going to take a quick break and make some breakfast, and then I'm going to jump back in. And like I said, my first goal of this weekend is to get this guy done. I think I should be able to do that today before I go to bed for sure. So that's the goal. I'm going to, like I said, have some breakfast and then jump back in and get some more reading done. Hello again. It is about 3:30 and I very foolishly decided to lay down, close my book, and listen to the audio version. And I'm pretty sure you can guess what happened from there. So I'm very behind at this point. I have only logged in about like 2.5 hours. And it's already 3:30. So we're like, what, 15 hours into the readathon? Yeah. Ugh. So it is time to get serious, all right? It's time to get serious. So I am sitting back up. I'm going to open that book back up, and we are going to finish Name of the Wind. So wish me luck. I'm going to need it. Hey y'all, it is about 5:50 and I am making progress on this guy. I'm ready to wrap him up though, I have to say. After all of these pages, I'm ready to get this wrapped up and venture into something else. I've spent a while with this book now this week, and especially in a readathon, it's kind of hard to stick with something so long, but so far so good. I am getting so close to being done. I am on page 547 out of like 660-ish. So, I mean, we're talking this much left out of this whole book. So, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I have officially racked up a little over 4.5 hours, which is way under what I would like to have at this point. But what are you going to do? So I do need to take a break and get something to eat. I'm getting kind of hungry, and we're just about at 6 o'clock, so there should be another update online. So I'm going to check in on that, take a little break for dinner, and then jump back in and get this guy finished. So stay tuned. Guys, I just finished The Name of the Wind, and I'm pretty proud of myself. I mean, the book itself was okay. I'm not a huge fantasy person, so I didn't really... Ooh, we got some wild eyebrows. I was so intimidated by that book. I'm not a huge fantasy person, especially when it's like completely new worlds. So I wasn't anticipating enjoying this as much as everybody else did, but as far as fantasy goes, it was pretty good. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, but more than that, I'm just proud of myself for reading it. I was hella intimidated by that book, and now... check, it is done. So, I took a quick little break to mark it on Goodreads and whatnot, and so now I'm going to pick up Brazen to give myself a little bit of a break. This is a graphic novel. This is a graphic novel about rebel ladies who rocked the world by Penelope Baggio? I'm not sure how you say that name, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna give this one a read and then maybe jump into another quick one before I get into like a full-length novel. So we'll see. I'll check in a little while. Hey, it is about 11:30 and I officially have 8 hours in. I was hoping to get a little bit more in this first day, but I am happy with the 8 hours. I'm about halfway through Brazen. It's a graphic novel about rebel women and I'm enjoying it so far. I am getting a little bit hungry though, so I think I'm going to take a little break from reading and get a snack, and then I'm going to come back and finish Brazen, and then I've got a few options to read next, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to pick up after that, so we'll see when I come back. Hey guys, I just wanted to check in. It's about 1:30 and I am done for the night. I am tired, but I got a little bit more than halfway through this guy, and this will probably be the first one I finish tomorrow, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to jump into. But like I said, I got a little bit more than halfway with this. I'm enjoying it so far, and I have just hit the 9-hour mark. So I kind of was hoping to get to at least 10 today. I'm a little bummed that I didn't, but I'm still pretty excited for the 9. So tomorrow I'm going to start with this and definitely try to make it to at least the 14-hour mark. So good night, and I will check in tomorrow. Good morning. I woke up and immediately jumped back into this. I'm still not quite finished, but I'm going to take a lunch break or a breakfast break or whatever at this point. I'm hungry, so I'm going to take a break and get something to eat, but I'll be able to get this done pretty quickly, and I've officially reached 10 hours on my reading clock, so pretty excited about that. Going to take a break and then jump back in and finish Brazen. Hey, I just finished Brazen. It is about 1:30 and I think I've logged officially 10.5 hours because it didn't take me too long to finish this. But I think now I might take a little nap because I'm tired again, and then I'll jump back into reading. I'm not sure what I'm going to read next, so we'll see. I'll check in and let you know. Hey guys, it's about 5:30 and I've officially hit 12 hours and I just finished my 3rd book. This is called Ebb and Flow by Heather Smith. It's a poetry collection for middle grade probably. It was really touching, so I feel a little bit emotional now that I just read this whole thing in one sitting. But it was really good. I enjoyed it. Next, I think I'm going to read The Slow Regard of Silent Things because it's one of my newer books and I've been trying to read books that I buy as quickly as possible. We'll see. But I'm going to take a little break, get some dinner, and I have a few things I need to do tonight. And then I'm going to jump back into reading, so I'll check in a little while. Hello, it is a little past midnight and officially the end of the 24 and 48. Overall, I'm pretty proud of myself. I technically read a little bit over. It is officially 12:30, so I did read a little bit over, but I'm still pretty pumped with what I got read. I logged in a total of, including my 30-minute overtime here, 14 hours and 40 minutes of reading this weekend, and I finished 3 books. Now, one of them I'd been halfway through before, but I still finished it this weekend. So, quickly going through the books, a little wrap up for you. The first thing which I am probably most excited about is I finished Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This was a big chunker, and it had been really intimidating on my bookshelf, and I got to meet him last week, so I'd started it, and I was excited to get this finished. So it is all done. I thought it was okay. I gave it a 3, maybe 3.5 out of 5 stars. Then I picked up Brazen, Rebel Ladies Who Rock the World by Penelope Baggio. Baggio. I'm gonna again put it up here because I probably butchered it. This was adorable. This is like an illustrated graphic memoir collection. Obviously, it shows a lot of, I think there's, my gut instinct is 12, but I'm not sure if that's actually true now. There's quite a few stories in here about different rebel women from history, some alive, some that have been passed away for a long time, some just recently. So it covers a huge span of history and a huge span of different ladies, and I really enjoyed this one. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Then next, I picked up a story told in verse called Ebb and Flow by Heather Smith. This one was really touching. I really enjoyed this one. I think I gave this one a 3.5 out of, I think I gave it 4 or 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really liked this one. It was a really sweet story. I think it was even more emotional because it was told in verse. And I read this one for my review group, so that is done. And then just now I finished the small little novella by Patrick Rothfuss called The Slow Regard of Silent Things. I just picked this one up at the signing the other night, so I just read this, and it was strange, which is what everybody said, and it was definitely strange. I would say I'd probably give this a 3 out of 5 stars, but it was a little one, so it didn't take me too long to read. So there you have it. All of the books that I managed to read this weekend. I'm pretty pumped, like I said, with what I got done, and I made it longer than I've ever had before in one of these, 14.5 hours basically, so I'm pretty excited. I think the next time I'm gonna aim for 16 hours. Obviously the goal is 24, but I've never made that, so we're just gonna eke it up a little bit until I get there. So maybe next time we'll hit 16, but again, I'm super pumped with all that I got read this weekend. I mean, look at that stack. That's pretty exciting. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye for now.